His picture threw me the fuck off bad because he looks like this is like a mugshot. He looks like a psycho. Dude.
45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. He's gonna go. Holy cow.
Big Red Junkies.
Day by day, he gets better and better. He gets better and better. Oh man, woman and child, he just turned this stadium inside out.
Guys, it's 30 days.
Fuck yeah!
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Oh, jumping right in. One of the players I am very, very excited about for this year and the next, Mr. Jaylen Lloyd coming in.
Sorry, guys. I'm excited. It's going to happen a lot.
He is I guess now he is a sophomore, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they still have him listed as a freshman on the website, and most of that stuff's been updated.
That's weird. I'm on the exact same website.
That's super weird.
He definitely played more than 4 games.
Yeah. He is
I have a different picture of him, too.
He is a sophomore coming out of Omaha, Nebraska. 5'10", 160, and fast as fuck.
Yes.
He's a guy that is absolutely electric and has only up to go.
Oh, I mean,
as long as he avoids injury.
The ceiling is not even visible for Jaylen Lloyd. You know, he 11 of his 13 catches came in the last 5 games of the season, so he ended the season on such a high note. He became the first true freshman at Nebraska to catch a touchdown pass in 2 consecutive games since 2002. Who was the tight end Matt?
Okay.
So I mean, the sky's
it's a name I completely forgot.
Yeah, the sky's the limit for Jaylen Lloyd.
I love it, man. Matt?
Fast as fuck.
Where's the boy? You practiced that beforehand. I'm super excited about him. It's gonna be a fun season watching him grow, especially since now he kind of has a little bit more of a mentor ahead of him. I think if he had been here when, brain fart. The dude that went to the Buccaneers.
Oh,
transfer.
Trey Palmer?
If he had been here,
like, wait a second.
Like he reminds me so much of Trey Palmer.
Okay.
If he had been here under Trey Palmer, I think that would have been a little bit quicker study for him even. But he has such a natural over the shoulder look back for that ball. For a long ball catcher, for a deep route guy, deep threat, you're gonna have that, and he's got it.
It helps when you don't have to worry about getting tackled because you already know you got the dude beat.
Because you're beating him by 10 yards. Coming in at number 29, we've got Cam Lenhardt, one of my absolute favorite D linemen. He is a 6'3", 250-pound sophomore coming out of Staten Island, New York. He is definitely a stomping grounds guy for Rhule up in that area. I think he's an IMG guy, isn't he? I can't remember for sure, but he's a dude that absolutely, him and Prince Will both flashed hard last year on the defense. They were one of the, when we talk about being undeniable as a true freshman, that's if Vincent Shavers can be exactly what Cam Lenhardt was last year, he's already a great player.
You know, you talked about previously when we talked about MJ Sherman on this list, and you said that you could have and should have done more than from what we were expecting. But you have guys like
Cam Lenhardt stood in his way.
That basically is like, nah, I'm here, I'm playing.
I'm taking this.
We say it 1,000 times on the show, be undeniable. That's what Cam Lenhardt was. You know, he had the injury in the middle of the season that kind of stunted his growth for a couple of games, but he finished the season very strong. We just talked about Jaylen Lloyd and his ceiling. Cam Lenhardt's ceiling is just right there with Jaylen Lloyd.
Honorable mention, freshman All-American.
Yeah.
Year 2, he's going to fuck some shit up.
Jesus. Aggressive much? Yeah. Coming in at number 28, a guy that some people might be surprised is on this list, but Mr. Heinrich Haarberg. I think that Rhule has said it a bazillion times. We've said it a bazillion times. We're not getting it through this season with one quarterback.
Yep.
And I think when you look at his running abilities, you have to find a way to put Heinrich Haarberg on the field, even if Rhule doesn't get hurt, per se. Regardless of how they decide to do that, I don't know. But he is a now junior out of Kearney, Nebraska, stands at 6'5", 215 pounds. Dude runs like a gazelle. if he could hold on to the ball and throw it just a little bit better, he would have had a hell of a year last year. But
we get some people that listen to our show and also listen to Unsportsmanlike Conduct that think that we are crazy for even bringing up Heinrich Haarberg as a viable option. But I've been saying on the show, and I will continue to say on the show, that he has to be a viable option. And I believe that with his development with Glenn Thomas, what he's already shown
absolutely,
and will continue to show, he will absolutely be a viable option.
When he's there, he needs to be reliable. That's it.
Hold on to the ball. Keep the ball in Nebraska's possession. That's the biggest thing. It's the biggest thing. Coming in at number 27, Mr. Turner Corcoran. He's a guy that did not get a lot of love from this show last year. Not a lot of love from a lot of people last year.
No.
He didn't play well at left tackle. He was a liability most games, but he was also hurt a lot of the year. He was playing hurt for a lot of the year that a lot of people didn't know about, including myself. I torched him for several games that he shouldn't have been in probably, but we didn't have a better option to go in there at the time. Prohaska wasn't ready, and he was sucking it up and playing through injury. I hope that he does get moved into the guard position, which I think he's been better at, even though he did get recruited as or as an O tackle. But yeah, 6'6", 310, senior out of Lawrence, Kansas. The guy's got to do some stuff this year.
Yeah, you kind of already said it. He's been much maligned from 1,000 different people his entire career. A couple of years ago, he played 200 snaps at guard. It looks like he's going to go back there, hopefully as a steady guy, because, again, hopefully Benhart and Prohaska can both stay healthy so that we can keep Corcoran at one spot. And maybe he can be like a Bryce Benhart and, surprise a lot of people.
He can come off my shit list and move right into my NFL draft list.
Yep.
Let's go.
He can only go up.
Yeah.
He can only be better than he was last year.
As long as he's on the field, yeah, I agree with that. But the nice thing is we have options behind him if he's not.
Yes, I agree.
But I think he's important to this season coming in. Coming in at number 26, a guy that has also been much maligned on this show, Mr. Thomas Fidone, the second, tight end, 6'6", 250 out of Council Bluffs. He is a junior this year. I'm excited to see what he has going on this year. He's going through a full off-season cycle, coming out of the season, no injuries. The guy's been able to focus on his craft, focus on getting better, and he's got the guy calling plays now in his room.
Yep. Last year, he caught a touchdown pass in Memorial Stadium and threw up the shush signal, and everybody was so confused, like, why are you shushing your own fans? Well,
it was just Josh Peterson.
I mean, because if you listen to this show, it wasn't just him, but, let's keep that motivation and let's only grow from there.
Keep the chip on your shoulder, man.
Absolutely. Do it.
He's going to catch the fucking ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me quit calling you Thomas Fiboni hands. Coming in at number 25, a guy that is starting to get a lot of traction and get talked about a lot by a lot of coaches here in this offseason.
Your new man crush.
My new man crush, Emmett Johnson, running back, 5'11", 190, redshirt sophomore now, out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. The guy with dreamy teeth. The whitest teeth I've ever seen. Emmett Johnson is a dude that I think is absolutely going to tear things up this year. He was the undersold kind of hero at the running back position for the second half of the season last year, and I don't think that he likes that. I think that he's tired of hearing, "Oh, well, you got this opportunity and you did great, buddy." I don't think he wants, "You did great, buddy." He wants to be dominant.
You only got on the field because of the injuries. No, I got on the field because I proved it.
Yeah.
And I hope everybody stays healthy, but I hope he continues to prove it and he gets on the field because he earned it.
He's gotten jacked up this offseason. I would bet he's not playing under 200 by the beginning of the season. He looks yoked up. I really thought of him as being a smaller dude until I saw him standing next to Amon Green. And he made Amon Green look small. I was like, okay, that's a dude who played 11 seasons in the NFL. You make him look small, you're going to be all right.
In that room, if he earns his starting spot, he's going to be real fucking good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, they said the most recent thing that I heard about him was, we might roll him out and play him at wideout 6 plays in a row. You might not have to only play him out of the backfield. And that's, if you've got that kind of versatility and flexibility to your game, you're going to get options.
I was
you're
just
going
going
to
to
get on
say,
the field.
if there's one thing that this coaching staff has proven, that if you have versatility, they will put you on the field.
Yes. Coming in at number 24, a favorite of Jed's, Mr. Rob Dvoracek.
He's one of my favorites, yes.
Assistant coach of the Linebackers. He's been here since 2023. The guy's another one of the Rhule disciples. And he's a dude that we could gush over based on what he's done with that room so far. He's going to have to make some pretty major things happen this year with some key departures.
He came in with two of the most experienced and accomplished players on defense with Heinrich and Reimer, and he ended up being able to develop guys like Bullock, Javin Wright, Mekhi Bayer, and Prince Will into not only stars right now, but stars for the future. So what he's been able to do in his short time here, love him to death.
Just keep making monsters.
Coming in at number 23, a guy that Dvoracek is going to have to help a lot is Stefon Thompson. He is a junior out of Long Island, New York, transferred in from Syracuse. He's 6'1", 250. I'm excited about this dude. He played under Tony White. He was recruited under Tony White at Syracuse. Basically took a year off from his tutelage and followed him over here.
Yeah, he was the first true freshman linebacker to start in a game for Syracuse in over a decade when he was at Syracuse. He had
Syracuse, it's not saying much,
well,
but
still, it's Division I power football.
I agree.
He had a season-ending injury in Game 1 of 2022, the last year with Tony White. But and he didn't start a game last year, but he played in every single game. And we've talked about this before with some of our other guys that have had season-ending injuries. It's not the next year after the injury; it's the second year after the injury, and that's what this year is. So I highly look forward to what he's going to do for us.
Just reference that with Fidone. Matt?
Yeah,
I'm just excited to see him play.
Coming in at number 22, Mr. John Bullock, senior out of Omaha, Nebraska, 6'2", This guy's going to eat this year. I think he is going to be a true, this is going to be a true finish to his story of walk on to local kid, walks on, becomes something legit. He has the size. I think he has the ability to be an NFL draft pick.
yeah. Coming into last year, we were a little worried about what was behind Reimer and Heinrich. And he was able to step up, not just through the injuries of those guys, but just in general of the rotation that we had last year on defense.
He pushed for real playing time over
and the
those
way
dudes.
he was able to play, he ended up finishing 4th in tackles on the entire team last year. Yeah, absolutely. His final year here is just going to be a really good one.
He's going to be a tremendous asset for us to bridge that gap between some of the young guys that we have coming. But for pushing more of that run stop.
Yep.
That middle linebacker position was so key and integral to what we did against the run last year, especially in those three-man front sets. It's going to be huge for us to see another big year out of him.
And with what you talked about, finishing his story, being a walk-on kid, a local kid, and everything else, he is absolutely a leader in that linebacker room. And not only is he going to have a great season, but my buddy Mike down in Florida played his first year of the college football game, and John Bullock won the Heisman. So
there you go. He had a bazillion tackles, from what I understand. And he was definitely playing it on the hardest mode.
of course,
I hope he has a bazillion tackles this season.
and wins the Heisman.
And wins the Heisman. John Bullock for Heisman. You heard the campaign start here. Coming in at number 21 on this list, a new guy, a new face to the team out of Fort Worth, Texas, Isaiah Neyor, senior out of Fort Worth, Texas, by way of, was it Wyoming and then Texas?
Wyoming,
and now
yep.
here.
Yep.
Transferred up. Last year, he didn't get to play hardly at all for Texas because of injury. He is 6'3", 215, and another dude who is just fast as hell and is a big-time projected NFL draft pick guy if he can get back to where everybody thinks he should be.
Kind of the same situation that we talked about with Stefon Thompson, the second year after a big injury where he wasn't able to play. That's what this year is going to be with Isaiah Neyor. We're hoping for that in and of itself, but also in his 2021 season with Wyoming. Wyoming only threw 15 touchdown passes the entire season. He caught 12 of them.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
44 catches for 878 yards.
Yeah.
19.95 yards per catch. If you don't think he's a long ball threat, I don't know what you think about it.
Yeah, I don't know what you're looking at.
The guy's a beast. He's another one of those former track guys that has played football a hell of a lot more than Jaylen Lloyd. He's not quite as fast as Jaylen Lloyd. And like we said, has been through injuries, but the guy is a beast. And he's got a great size and ability to get out on the outside and get over guys.
Yep. And great hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. You put him opposite side of the field from Jaylen Lloyd, we're going to have some.
I like it.
You mix in the outside presence of.
You're going to require every
Banks.
team to have two safeties back there at all times.
This wide receiver room is going to be scary this year.
It has the potential to be, yes.
For sure.
And he's another one. Fast as fuck.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow, tell your friends, send it to your mom. We love you guys.
Do it.
Catch you next time.
And this may be the most unbelievable night in Cornhusker football history.